Till date, for this year, we have more than 19,000 dengue cases. This is even more than the 15,998 dengue cases that was recorded for the whole of last year. And for the week ending 18 July, there was a recorded 1,736 dengue cases in that week, and that is the highest recorded weekly number of dengue cases that we've ever had, which is actually close to 2 times more than the 891 peak recorded in 2014. So indeed, this is very worrying, and NEA continues to find that the majority of mosquito breeding is detected in common areas of residential estates, as well as in premises and homes. Also, there are more than 400 dengue clusters island-wide. So indeed, we think that there is a need to have collective and urgent community efforts to prevent this dengue situation from worsening. So what we want to do really is to have an urgent community collective effort to prevent the dengue situation from worsening. And to do that, the National Environment Agency is working with the Town Council as well as all our other community partners, the grassroots advisors and leaders and the residents, to embark on a 2-week intensive island-wide vector control exercise. The idea really is to reduce the mosquito population and break the chain of dengue transmission so that we can flatten the curve, as it were, to reduce or prevent the number of dengue cases from escalating again. We are working very closely with the Town Council. 44% of the dengue cases in active clusters is actually in HDB areas managed by town councils. And over the past 3 years, we've found more than 3,000 mosquito breeding habitats which are linked to receptacles and containers in public areas. And in fact, 65% of these are actually litter that had been discarded. And for the past 1.5 years, about 50% of the mosquito breeding is actually found in drains. So we have called for the Town Council to step up their inspections as well as vector control operations in the common areas to ensure that the drains are well maintained, that the common areas are kept litter-free, and the stagnant water is removed or treated where necessary. We are also urging the town councils to reach out to the residents, to get the residents to also play a part and destroy mosquito breeding habitats, particularly in the homes and in the surrounding areas near their flats, for instance. From January to June this year, the National Environment Agency has conducted more than 454,000 inspections, including 3,800 checks at our construction sites. From the end of June, NEA has also deployed volunteers to dengue cluster areas to engage the residents about dengue prevention efforts. And we will continue with these efforts in the other dengue cluster areas, continue to engage the residents, deploy our volunteers to heighten awareness and to get residents to take action to prevent mosquito breeding. The NEA is also using platforms like television as well as social media and SMS blasts to reach out to the public. At this juncture, I also want to remind our public that mosquito breeding is an offence. Indeed, if homes are found with more than one mosquito breeding place, or if mosquito breeding is detected, even though we have actually issued a legal notice, we serve a legal notice to them to say that they are in a dengue cluster, then they will be fined $300 and repeat offenders will face stiffer penalties or be sent to court. And this is really because besides COVID, dengue is another key public health threat, and it can be fatal. And that's why we need to be very serious about this and take serious enforcement action. actually, all we need to do really is to take simple steps in our daily lives in order to protect ourselves and our loved ones from dengue. For instance, actually, at least once a week, we should do our mosey wipeout in the homes and in the common areas to remove mosquito breeding areas, habitats, as well as, of course, to eliminate any mosquitoes in the homes. We must remember that mosquito can breed in a very small amount of stagnant water, even the size of a 20-cent coin. And to update ourselves on the dengue situation, you can visit our NA website or log into our Stop Dengue Down Facebook page or our My Environment app. And actually, if you download My Environment app, you can get alerts on dengue cluster areas as well as the areas where there is high Aedes aegypti mosquito population. Now, because of the COVID situation, many people are actually working from home. And indeed, in order to prevent ourselves from getting bitten because we stay most part at home to work from home, it is important, especially if you are living in a dengue cluster area, to spray insecticide in the dark corners around your homes, and also to apply mosquito repellent every 3 hours in order to protect yourself and prevent yourself from getting bitten by mosquito which may be carrying the dengue virus. And in fact, if possible, you can wear long sleeves and long pants to actually protect yourself. And in fact, for this 2-week island-wide intensive vector control operation and exercise, one of the key messages we are emphasizing is that if you are in a dengue cluster area, please make sure you spray insecticide in the dark corners of your home as well as protect yourself by applying mosquito repellent regularly. So I think, in the fight against dengue, every person counts and everybody needs to take action in order to eliminate mosquito breeding areas in the homes, around the common areas, as well as, of course, to eliminate the adult mosquito, reduce the adult mosquito population. And in fact, I also want to encourage everyone to work closely, cooperate with the NEA officers, facilitate them if they need to do checks in the homes and do misting in the homes, because this is really to protect yourself, your loved ones, and everybody else in the community against dengue. Okay, now Mandarin. Okay.